Morning everyone. Good morning Doc Mimi. Good morning classmates. We are the group Indians and today we're starting off with our first topic which is the introduction to basic concepts of gender and society.
So guys, this is the discussion question of topic 1. How do you see gender roles and relations playing out in your own community or society? In this question, I see in our communities is the physical roles and labors. When it comes in physical roles, madalas ina-expect ng marami na lalaki ang gumagawa ng mabibigat na trabaho like construction and pag-aayos ng bahay.
Labors. Sa labor naman, women are often seen as more suited for tasks like caregiving or household chores. So in our community, gender roles often dictate to those what based on traditional ideas, which can limit people from exploring other roles.
Discussion questions. Can you think of examples where gender roles have changed over time? What factors contributed to these changes? An example of this is politics, construction, job, and aviation. And because of financially stable families, the majority of women are forced to work in overseas. Or meaning, noon, yung culture ng pinakon natin is mostly men ang nagtrabaho. And most likely, men is nag-i-stay sa kanilang house para gumawa ng mga household chores and etc. And can you think of examples where gender roles have changed over time? What factors contributed to these changes? The main example of this is the Magna Carta of Women, or sa Comprehensive Women's Human Rights Law that seeks to eliminate discrimination through the recognition, protection, fulfillment, and promotion of the rights of Filipino women. So, we see that this has changed because of the Magna Carta of Women. And this is a law that seeks to eliminate discrimination. And it is one of the main factors that change the gender roles.
How do gender expectations affect your personal and professional life? As a man, people expect us to handle all the responsibilities of our families they are pressuring us to do. So, society expects us to take on the responsibility of providing for our families. Madalas, in-expect na tayo ang magpo-provide sa lahat, finances, security, etc. Minsan, sobrang bigat ng pressure na to, lalo na kung meron ka pang ibang goals or challenges. And for most women naman, may expectation na mas konti ang responsibilities nila compared to men, especially sa trabaho. Dahil dito, nababawasan ang opportunities nila to grow professionally or maging successful sa career nila. In short, ang gender expectations pwedeng mag-limit ng mga roles natin, both as men and women. And it affects kung paano tayo mag-navigate or mag-handle the person. Next is the second topic, which is the exploring the social construction of gender.
For the discussion questions of topic 2, how does the film or media we analyze portray gender roles? Are they traditional, subversive, or a mix of both? Gender norms are depicted as constrictive in the mass delivery, especially for men. The belief that sensitivity is a sign of weakness is reinforced by the film, which depicts how males are trained to conceal all emotions except rage. Traditional, cultural, and media representations denigrate sensitivity and emotional expression while elevating dominance and stoicism as ideal masculine qualities, because men find it difficult to express their emotions to others. This strict expectation can cause mental health problems and interpersonal problems.
So, we will move on to the second question. How do these portrayals affect our understanding and performance of gender in everyday life? These portrayals will help other people understand men's actions. To men and women, these portrayals will help them to understand the true nature of the men. And also, being aware to this topic will contribute to a better gender performance in our daily lives.
So next is what are the implications of challenging or resisting gender norms as seen in the media examples. So according to the film, people who went against the traditional na gender roles ang na-judge po sila. Dahil sa, for example, tayong mga lalaki, syempre, ang dapat na pinapakita natin sa public is malakas, hindi nagpapakita ng weakness. At kapag nagpakita naman tayo ng emotions, pinakita natin yung vulnerable state natin sa harap ng maraming tao, umiyak tayo, ganyan. Siyempre masasabihan tayo ng masama, like, malambot, sensitive, yung masakit sabihin nila na sa lalaking tao umiiyak. Ganun. Siyempre yung lalaki madi-discourage siya over time. Mapupuno yung lalaki ng discouragements, leading to suicidal thoughts or sometimes depression.
How can understanding intersectionality lead to more effective strategies for promoting gender equality? Understanding intersectionality helps create better gender equality strategies by recognizing that people face different challenges based on various aspects of their identity like race, class, and gender. Kapag naiintindihan natin ng intersectionality, alam natin ang diskriminasyon ay hindi lang sa gender. Pwede rin itong dahil sa lahi, yaman, o iba pang aspeto ng buhay. Kaya mas magagawa natin magplano ng mga hakbang para sa gender equality na mas makakatulong sa lahat ng tao, hindi lang sa isang grupo.
How do gender equalities vary across different societies and cultures? Unlike India, Norway is highly ranked in gender equalities. Yung mga babae sa kanila is highly represented sa politics, including role as a prime minister, and in local government.
How caste, religion, and economic status intersect with gender to shape power dynamics. So, una po nating tatalakayin is yung caste. What is caste? Caste is a deeply rooted social system that dictates a person's place in society. So, as you can see po, meron pong pyramid na nahahatid ang mga tao depende po sa social class nila. So, ang higher class po is Brahmin and Kshatriya. And middle class po is Vaishya. And ang mga lower class na po is yung Sudra and Untouchable. So, mas nakakaranas po ng discrimination ang mga babaeng galing sa lower class. And mas limited po yung opportunities nila doon sa society na kung saan sila. Religion. Strict regulations on women. Parang dito po, is parang kinokontrol po sila kung paano sila manamit and paano po sila yung behavior nila sa loob ng simbahan. Example po, mas nalilimit po yung freedom nila and yung choice nila. Halimbawa po, magpapakasal lang po sila sa kapareho nilang level or sa kapareho nilang caste. Sa economic status naman po, is kung babae ka at galing ka po sa lower class, mas nalilimit po yung access mo sa education, sa job opportunities, and sa healthcare po. So kung ikaw po ay galing sa lower caste na babae or woman, is mas nakakaranas ka ng inequality sa economic status.
Why